All right, let's talk Daniel Jones. Colts fell back down to earth a bit. Ultimately, they still played a very good team, very tough, nearly won this game. So this is not going to be a what's going wrong, are they a disaster type of video, because this was not a disastrous game. However, it's also totally fair to say that we have been used to seeing Daniel Jones play better than he played in this game. So let's talk about what went wrong. Big part of it was putting the ball in harm's way. So very early on, this play would happen. It's really a weird play by Jones. So this is a zone coverage concept. You have a receiver who's going to be running a deep route, Nani Mitchell, who had a wild game in this one. But running a deep shot, usually this type of route is just designed to push the safety further deep. When Jones takes a snap, that's really what happened. The more over-the-middle route didn't get fully open, even with the play action. And I guess Jones is just saying, let's throw this ball down the field anyway, see if something can happen. I don't know. Things have been working really well for Jones. Maybe he's gotten used to his plans working out. But this is just not a smart decision by him. Ultimately, it ends up getting intercepted. A really nice play on the ball by the Rams defensive back, making that play work. That's Cameron Curl, so give him credit. But ultimately, that was not a decision that Jones should have made, and puts you off on the wrong foot right away. Also, this one, which he actually didn't get burned on, but it could have been. So, inside field goal range right here. This is midway through the first quarter. Have a concept designed to beat zone coverage. You have Tyler Warren running a setup route, getting that linebacker over the middle to stay with Warren, and then the route going kind of past him can hopefully get open. Jones takes the snap. That part of the route works perfectly, but you got to be aware of where the safety is. Nothing's keeping the safety deep. While, yes, ideally in this situation, the safety's just going to stay deep because that's what safeties do, you can never guarantee it. Is this hard? Yes, this is difficult, but ultimately this could be a real opportunity. Watch as it's Cameron Kitchens, who really probably should have intercepted that one, which would have been a big play for the Rams. Ultimately wasn't able to hang on, but again, for Jones, whether it was caught or not is irrelevant to his decision. Not an ideal play there. And also heading over here, this is something the Rams have done, every team they played against, they've been able to pull this off, but apply pressure. You see, this is a blitzing linebacker. He's going to be going up one-on-one against the center. Watch what he does. Watch him just bull rush over that center. What are you supposed to do if you're Daniel Jones? He just throws that one away. Kind of lucky that wasn't grounding, because looked like he was in the pocket to me. Maybe they said he was out of the pocket, or said there was a receiver in the area. I don't know. Could have been called grounding, perhaps. Nonetheless, you got to get rid of football. Like, if it's grounding, it's basically the same problem as a sack anyway, so might as well. It's not a bad play. But that was Kobe Turner who made the play. A very good player, able to create pressure. Now, heading over here, there were a couple plays the Colts were able to, despite the pressure, still have success. Hey, Daniel Jones played a lot of years for the Giants. He's used to being under pressure. Here, it's a zone blitz. Tyler Warren's going over the middle, and when this ball is snapped, you see the benefit and the downside of the zone blitz. So first off, you're able to get a player straight through to the quarterback. Okay, that's always good. The downside is Warren is about to get open right here. So Daniel Jones, listen, again, like I said, he's used to dealing with pressure. He's going to hang in the pocket, watch him make this throw, and they're able to pick up a nice gain on that one. So definitely had some of that. This one was another one where he was ultimately under pressure, but was able to get back and still hit Josh Downs. They pick up the first down on a 3rd and 4 on that play. So we did see them rebound and still be able to make some plays like that. Like this one was another one. It's going to be a man coverage concept. You have Michael Pittman, who is going to be in a one-on-one matchup on a 3rd down and 6 right here. You see his route on the screen. Jones takes a snap. Well-ran route by Pittman. Doesn't do a lot. There is a rub route there as well, though, to help kind of get that defender further out of position. Jones with a beautiful throw, right on the money. They're able to pick up the first down. Again, simple stuff. When the Colts offense is at its best, it looks easy. I do think part of the issue, though, was sometimes the easy stuff just wasn't quite as there as what they were used to seeing. Like, for example, it's a zone coverage concept that the defense is going to be in a 1st down and 20. So Tyler Warren running a route, trying to get into a gap in coverage over the middle. This is the type of stuff the Colts have been awesome at to start this year. Daniel Jones is going to take the snap. He looks over the middle. There is is this a window? It's a tight one. I get why Jones wants to make this throw. Watch him try to fit it through there, and it just knocked away. The Rams were closing those windows really effectively and making the plays just tougher for the Colts to hit on. So it's, you got to give the defense credit, right, on the plays that were working. Something like this is another example where you see it's just a designed quick little halfback screen pass right here on 2nd and 7. Jones takes a snap, quickly gets the ball to Taylor, and it's just blown up by this Rams defense. So again, for the Colts, their offense had been scoring like 3.6 points per drive going into this game. They were held to just 1.81 and that's taking out the drive where they just kneeled down to end a half. 1.81 isn't a horrible offensive performance, but it's not the double of that they were doing earlier, which was obviously not going to be sustained for a whole season, but still. And also the interception at the end. I showed you an interception earlier, and also a turnover-worthy play that wasn't intercepted earlier. This one, it appears to be a cover 2 zone. You have a receiver who's running a route on the outside right here. So, okay, well, I can kind of see what you can like about this. However, when Jones takes the snap, they're so ready for defense that everyone's in position, and I just don't get what Jones was thinking here. Again, you're not in desperation mode. It's 1st and 15. Sure, you're down 7, but you have a minute and all 3 timeouts. Like, this is not the time. You have to take some chances. This is not the time for this chance. This is a bad play. As you see, it gets intercepted. So, listen, Jones was not horrible in this game. In fact, Jones made plenty of still effective plays. The Colts made plenty of effective plays. This was not their best game, and honestly, they had 2 touchdowns get wiped off the board. One due to A.D. Mitchell just dropping the ball at the 1-yard line. Also, A.D. Mitchell's holding cost a Jonathan Taylor a touchdown. If those don't happen, the Colts probably still win this game because their defense did play very well outside of, Matthew Stafford was able to throw on them effectively, but they were still able to, there was a lot of punts in this game. For a team that wasn't punting at all going into this game, they made up for it in this one. But again, let's not overreact and freak out. Daniel Jones has been having a very nice season. He had a bit of an underwhelming game in this one, but it even wasn't a disaster, I didn't think. Just a bit underwhelming from what we've seen from him. No, everyone's waiting for the Daniel Jones fall off, it feels like. I don't know. I think this is still going to work. I think this is totally fine for the Colts. That being said, we knew he wasn't going to be prime Peyton Manning this season, right? We knew it was going to come down to earth a little bit. We've seen that, but again, now you get to go play the Raiders, who are struggling right now, a get-right game after nearly beating a very good team. So, yeah, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.